Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and it's Boss Babe Night. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, we love celebrating women on this show, but we always talk about their journeys to success, and it's always good, right? What they did to make it. However, what about that resilient part, right? Nobody talks about how hard being resilient is. Those struggles, all the no's, all the late nights, all those relationships that went to waste. Well, we're diving into it tonight. But first, we need a drink in our hand, and I've got Hala Flowers here from Poor Behavior with a gorgeous cocktail, perfect for the ladies. What is this?
It is a Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink.
Yes.
Oh, what's in here?
It is going to be tequila. It's basically a prickly pear margarita.
Oh, I love it. And my ladies on the couch already have their drink in hand because they're going to need it because we're talking about all that nitty gritty. So let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, let's talk to these boss women who've been on this show time and time again. But this is a different story we're telling. All right, we've got Latoya Hurley. She is the founder of Innovating Marketing Group.
Yes.
Here to talk about all the nitty gritty when it comes to being an entrepreneur. Next to you, we've got the Spoiled Latina, CEO of Spoiled Latina, and she's a lifestyle architect, Yvonne Guidry. Yes. And across from me, you know her from Owns Family Empire. We've got Jermeisha Goudeau back as the broker and co-CEO of Braden Real Estate Group. Ladies, cheers to y'all being boss women.
Cheers.
Cheers to your success.
Yes.
But all we talk about is the success and not necessarily, you know.
The BS.
BS. Cheers to that. Are we cheers to the BS? Cheers to the BS, yes.
Baby, it
That
sounds
makes
like
sense.
y'all got some
Success.
things to get off your chest.
Don't make me start rapping, okay? It's whatever's in there.
It's pretty in
Blame it on Pretty in
from
Pink.
Poor Behavior. All right, but we're going to be on our best behavior.
Yes, we will. Demure.
I mean, but if you want to spill the tea, you can. Do you believe that when people see you and your success, they completely undermine everything that you've been through in your actual journey in making it?
Absolutely. People don't see the struggle, and because social media has created this sense of false reality, all they see is the great pictures or how you show up to events or how you're greeted in a certain way, and they never see the tears, the lack of people paying invoices, and all the things that happen behind the scene. And I remember someone told me, they were like, whether my account is in a negative 40,000 or whether I'm up 100,000, I have to show up in spaces the exact same way. And so it's hard, it's stressful, and all the things, and you still have to put a smile on. So no.
So no, they don't know.
No.
Do y'all agree with Latoya's?
Yeah, I think for me too, being on social media and doing social media, I do try to share the lows, you know.
You are good about
just
that.
to make sure that people are, they can relate, because it's not always beautiful. It's not always, pink drinks. It's sometimes it's like a shot of tequila and tears. So, yeah, people don't see the struggle. There is a lot behind the scenes that they don't show.
We're going behind the scenes. I'm gonna peel back this curtain.
Okay, that's the first question.
Yeah, and sometimes I think it's because we don't want them to.
Yeah.
You know, being a boss, and that, that phrase boss, being a leader, especially some of us in male-dominated industries, is that showing that authenticity of the weakness and the hard part. Does that make us weak?
Exactly.
And so we struggle with, I know I can't speak for everybody, but I know I struggle with that balance of showing my authentic self and the pain and the struggle and the burnout. Does that make me weak as a leader? And so should I show that or should I not?
Oh my God, you couldn't have
Show
said it
it.
better.
Okay, but let's dive into this burnout, because I feel like that. I don't know if I could be an entrepreneur. Like, to really depend on I like having a sure paycheck every 2 weeks. Like, to not know like what's going to be coming in this
I
month.
think the reward also, like, of not knowing and then like getting a deal or a brand partnership or something. In that case, for me, that's like I get excited. It's a thrill.
It is.
To see like how much I can earn this month, or
But when
projecting.
you don't.
But when I don't, it's sad. You're like comparing yourself, wondering why I'm not getting called or tapped into. So there's a lot of that. And then with the summit that I have, there's a lot. It's basically like I'm out here begging for money from corporations to fund my dream. And so that gets, a little bit hard. And when they say no, pivoting to making sure that, okay, so what didn't work? Now let me go back and rework it and try to make it work so that way I can get a yes. So there's a lot of that also that people don't see. They get to the summit or they get to my events and it's beautiful, it's awesome, but they don't see the hard work behind it, or even during the event. Like there's so many things that I'm just like, why is that there? What's going on here? What, during where I'm supposed to be on. So they don't, as long as I play it cool for everybody else, they don't know what's going on. But
that's the thing. Like you guys are showing up with a face of resilience, of like, baby, I belong here. I'm here. Everything was fine. I just strode in, red carpet laid out. When really,
I just got my dress pinned up yesterday. There's a lot of stuff that happens.
Yeah, and especially as an employer. That is, as an employer and as a mother, those two things, especially in a challenging market, like I'm in the real estate industry, so our market is being challenged right now, from national lawsuits to the economy to hesitancy due to, we just came out of the elections, the market. And so I still have people's paychecks that I'm responsible for. And when you see that, you're like, I have to make sure these people feed their family.
Eat, yeah.
The stress on an entrepreneur and a boss to make sure that I need to make sure that I'm doing everything I can because my employees' families depend on me doing what I have to do. But also, if I got to go, there have been times that my partner's probably like, why are you telling our business? Might go into my personal account to make sure that my employees are eating. But that money comes out of my personal household to make sure that the people that work for me are good.
Yes, that's a part of entrepreneurship, is funding your dreams to make sure
nobody
that
talks about that.
Nobody talks about that.
Nobody gives you that information, and so you go into it, and what you see online is, oh, it's going to be great, and you can start a business with $0. Just turn on your social media page and get online and start talking to your followers. However, the flip side, talk to your followers and get them to buy whatever it is that you're selling. But the flip side of that is there's a lot of responsibility that comes along with it, especially dependent upon your industry. And there are ebbs and flows. I can remember thinking like, am I the only one? And this was, I guess, in the beginning, and it also depends on the type of clients that you have, that I'm having not payroll, but accounts payables issues. And I remember talking to a colleague and she's like, oh, I've got clients that are 3 months behind. This is the norm. And so you start looking across the aisle, and I think that's why these conversations are so important, where you start to realize this is not just a me issue. This is across the board, and you have to figure out, what does your policies and procedures say to circumvent that? Do you have collections procedures in place? But that's not the fun part. All people see is you showing up, you smiling.
Oh no, we're gonna have to talk about this darkness. Hold on, we're gonna have to dive into this. Apparently there's a lot of darkness. You stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm with some boss women up here sharing their battle scars into their success. We've got Latoya, Yvonne, and Jermeisha. Okay, Latoya, you started getting deep, all right, and then during the commercial break, Yvonne, you started talking about it doesn't matter if it were net 30, net negative.
Whatever it is, you have to show up, regardless of when you get paid. You have to show up. Most people get paid, 7 days a week. Every 15 days? I don't know. I don't get paid every 15 days. But so you just have to show up regardless. Yeah. When you get paid.
Have y'all ever questioned whether you should continue in entrepreneurship?
Every day.
Yes.
Oh, what do you mean? Every day. Every day I have to question. Every day.
I love looking at ad placements, for jobs. I'm like, it's something about looking at hiring positions that I'm intrigued by. I could do this. There's just so many things. But then I look back and I'm like, no, I love waking up when I want, doing my own thing. I'm
still shook by the everyday answer.
Every day. It's like Indeed is up on one browser at all times.
Exactly. I'm like LinkedIn jobs. Let me see what's going on.
Just get out of stuff. Team, you're here. We're empowered. We're great.
And then I look back at
I'm just playing. And that's the thing.
It's rewarding what you've done.
And as soon as it's the thing about after your summit, after your She Makes We, after the lives that you impact, in PR, And you get those phone calls. So every day when you're just in it, you're like feeling defeated, you get a text message.
Yeah.
Or you get a phone call that says, I just want to thank you. You changed my life.
Yes.
People are like, God damn it, I gotta keep doing God's work. I gotta keep doing God's work.
I guess I have to do it again.
It's so true. And it's so rewarding.
true.
Like it's a high. It's like a true entrepreneurship. It's a high. It's an adrenaline high. It is. It's crazy.
It is. I'm sorry, we talk about the highs, and I
about the
want to bring y'all
roller
right back
coaster,
down.
I know.
So,
Yeah,
it's a roller
that's the
coaster.
high.
So you
It's
go
like a
up,
junkie.
and then
No.
you come back down, and you go up again, and so like it is. It's really a high, and you enjoy it.
okay, so let's talk about those lows when you truly believe, like,
Big scratching.
baby, God is telling me to stop. That I'm
God,
hurting
you want
myself.
me to
I'm
stop.
But you know, like when you feel like no puedes dar más, you
Yeah.
can't give anymore.
Yeah, I've had to stop before.
What is it? Is it the lack
Stop.
of money? Is the lack of support? Is it being backstabbed by
All
like
of the
a
above.
partner?
All a lot.
All of the above.
all a lot.
How much
all
time
of
do
the
we
above.
have? Right, how
Yeah,
long
no,
is
it
the
is.
segment? How long is the segment?
Yeah, I think also people want to learn from you so bad
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they
they
want to get close to you. They invite you to lunch, brunch, coffee, whatever, just to kind of like learn from you and then go off and do things similar to you. For me, I've never gotten invited to those things after I've inspired other people to do so. I've been backstabbed. I've lost friends along the way. But I think everything led me to where I'm supposed to be.
Absolutely.
You know, like everybody has their journey. Everybody has different characters in their story. So some get left in the first chapter, some, continue to the end. And that's just the way it is in this
But
road
you
to
just said something
entrepreneurship.
so important. We don't talk enough about seasons. So everybody is not going to the next season with
Yeah.
you. And you have to be okay with saying this person, it was meant for season 1.
Yeah.
But they're not meant for season 2. And just moving on. And I think what you find is a lot of people get stuck and they try to take people with them and they get sad. and I think now
I try to do that too.
later.
And then you're grieving
then you
them,
don't show
mourning them,
up.
still trying to bring them on, but they're
Yeah.
not rising to the occasion.
Yeah. I'm like, if I can't give you, if you can't do this little task, you can't expect me to hire you for the big task.
Exactly.
And you want to be there because I know you really want to be there. Like it's a win for everyone if we do this together. But some people just don't show up.
They don't. And I think that part,
Jermeisha.
that part,
And then we're bringing opportunity. It's like, come on, we all want this, don't we? And yeah, so it just sucks having to leave people behind.
it does.
Especially working with small businesses. And so, we're not these large industries. We're working with people that we work with closely every day. We get to know, their families, their kids. We, at their children's graduations, baby showers, we become a part of their extended family unit. And when it's time to say, you're no longer a part of this season, the stress and strain because of the loyalty we have from just admiration. We still trust those people. We still admire those people and who they are, but they're not fit for that next season and that next part of our journey. And to put on that CEO hat to say, I have to make a decision what's best for the continuance of my company. That's hard.
It is.
Yeah.
It's hard to separate those two.
It is.
Right.
But vice versa,
Employment.
when you're somebody that you've been working with for so long decides to leave.
Yeah.
That's another one. You're
Absolutely.
like, wait, I wasn't ready for you to leave. Like, we're doing so good.
We're
What
doing so well.
happened?
What happened?
So it's that too.
Yes,
There's
been
so
there.
many things that go
There's
on.
a number of different scenarios.
Well, don't worry. We're gonna
cheers to
we're gonna
all of
put
us.
some scenarios to the test because I'm gonna play a little game with y'all coming up next. All right, you stay right there. Game night with the Boss Babes after the break. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I've been chatting with the Boss Babes about all the struggles with entrepreneurship. Latoya, Yvonne, and Jermeisha. All right, we've been having fun, and the fun continues because it's time for Game Night! Okay, so this is kind of our version of this or that, okay? Okay. Throwing a last-minute task at a team member. CEO vibes or just lazy leadership?
CEO vibes.
Definitely. Yeah.
I got something else to do.
Now, if it's my employee, lazy. But me, CEO vibes.
You just got thrown on me. Delegate.
Delegate. Okay, I love it. I did not anticipate that. Blowing up social media with your every win. Total flex or full-on red flag?
I don't do every win.
I don't do everyone either. Red flag.
That's how I know I'm not a CEO, because y'all are answering the opposite of what I expect y'all to answer. Interesting. Okay. Firing someone over email like it's nothing. Smooth boss move or absolute betrayal?
Betrayal.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I can't do that.
So it's in person.
It's in person. It's a face-to-face.
So I have someone very close to me who isn't an HR person, but has to have that role of being there when they're firing people. And they were coached to not have any sort of emotion.
Yeah.
You have to, yeah.
Y'all don't show any
I want to
emotion.
cry.
You can't.
No, I'm
You
gonna
can't.
cry.
Because keep in mind, right?
Again, back to what you said. They
Yeah,
become family. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. We have
You
that.
cry, they cry. And now this becomes a more difficult conversation. And so when they start crying, now we're caught up in this kind of emotional whirlwind. Yeah.
I think, yeah, I've cried.
You've cried?
I've absolutely cried.
Oh,
Yeah, I've absolutely
yeah.
cried.
okay. This sound, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cutting someone off mid-meeting to drop your knowledge. Alpha move or rude interruption?
Rude interruption.
Rude. That depends. It depends how much ignorance you're hearing coming from the other side, though, too.
It's also, well, yeah, but it's also teaching them something that they don't know, maybe, or you know, giving them an example of how they could have fixed it.
It's not the what, it's the how.
Okay.
I agree.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the how. It's the
Yeah.
how. So it depends on.
Say something mean,
you know,
but don't say it mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But do it
mean,
nicely.
yeah, mean what you say, but don't say it mean. That's what I mean.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Skipping meals to crush your goals. Unstoppable grind or unhealthy obsession?
Unhealthy obsession.
Oh, I keep going.
It's
until I'm
reality.
starving.
It's reality, but it's unhealtty.
It's definitely
It's-
unhealthy.
yeah.
I don't
unhealthy,
eat. I don't eat. Yes, I don't.
No,
yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
saying it
eat.
doesn't happen, but it's unhealthy.
It is unhealthy.
It is unhealthy, but
It's reality.
I haven't ate. I'm starving.
Yes.
She's like, this very moment, I haven't eaten.
Yeah.
It's 11 whatever time.
Oh, yeah.
Taking a call in the
I don't eat
middle
after
of
8.
family dinner. Power move or a total bust?
A total bust,
bust.
but I do it anyway.
Oh,
On
yeah,
accident
I do
sometimes.
it.
It just depends.
I try to get better. I've definitely tried to get
I do
better.
it.
It depends on who it is.
depends on.
It depends on who it is.
Okay, so it can be a power move if it's the right.
If it's the
If
right,
it's a power move.
right.
If it's a power move,
Yeah.
we're gonna,
I try to create my
Email.
boundaries now.
Yes.
So I try to create my boundaries, but sometimes it's like, give me 1 moment. Take this call
I'm gonna go to the restroom
right now.
come back and be like, it's
now.
secured.
Yes. Secure,
Budget secured.
See, I paid for this meal.
Do you want to eat? Do you want to eat? You like this food we eat? Do you like this food?
That was what this was. All right, burning the midnight oil to finish a project. Workhorse mentality or a ticking time bomb?
Ticking time bomb.
Work horse.
I do that.
It's
I do
quiet.
that.
Early morning. I'm not a late night.
I love working that night.
I have to work at
First one
night.
I
Once the
disagree on.
kids go to sleep, that's my
that's
peace
my
time.
time.
Like peace.
Maybe it's
Last
'cause my
night,
kids
I
are
was
not young.
actually looking at threads
Yeah.
and saying I love working at night, but then it sounded like I love working at night. So I didn't post it, but
lady
it
of the
was,
night.
yeah. But I love working at night.
The daytime is for all the clients, agents, employees. Pull on you in the daytime. At nighttime, put the kids to sleep. That's time for me to get my work done.
Yeah.
Get your work done. All right, well, ladies, congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
And I'm happy you're able to let out those struggles. Despite them, y'all are here, right? Being the boss bitches you are. Cheers.
Yes.
All right, did y'all like the pretty and pink? Yes. All right, coming up next, I'm heading behind the bar so that Hayla can show me how to make the pretty and pink. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm behind the bar now because I've got Hayla Flowers here from Poor Behavior, and you're here to do what? Back that glass up! Yes, yes. Okay, the ladies, they already finished with their drinks. They had
did.
that pretty and pink. Okay, so you told me it was basically a prickly pear
Yes.
margarita?
So we're gonna go in with 3/4 of an ounce
Ooh, a prickly pear.
Yes. We're gonna do some triple sec because it's like a margarita. So margarita give you a little bit of orange in there. Nothing
Perfect.
too
A little
crazy.
flavor,
A little
little
extra alcohol. That's all we're doing.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go with agave because it's basically like skinny.
Oh, it's
You
skinny?
know, simple syrup makes it not skinny, but we like to really just trick our guests and say, this is a skinny margarita, drink more.
I love it. Okay, so Poor Behavior, the behavior, is it really poor or?
Sundays, yes, we do Sunday Fun Day. Poor, very, very
Poor
poor.
behavior,
But
okay.
it's awesome. It's amazing though.
Is it just a bar? Is it a lounge? Is there food? What's the vibe?
It is sports bar, but we do have a scratch kitchen.
Oh.
So a little bit of both, but we do have really big LED screens, so we do all the game nights, all the fights, all of that, and you can just watch it over there. And we're
Have a
here
good
for the
time.
vibes. You can get you some bottles. We do bottle service. We do all of it.
Okay.
the
Is
whole
it a
nine.
good place for boss women to show up?
Oh yes.
Okay,
oh,
good.
yes.
I'm gonna have the boss women show up then, because look at their empty glasses. Okay, Yvonne still got a little bit. Latoya, Jermeisha, what is this? Oh my, it's so pretty and pink. She's like, I feel like I feel like this gotta go to you. All right, well, cheers to all the boss women, okay?
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Hayla. Y'all go check her out at Poor Behavior. And obviously, if you need real estate needs, check out my girl Jermeisha.
Thank you.
If you need to be partnered with some brands and just support a badass Latina, go to Yvonne. And baby, if you need some marketing, Latoya Hurley. All right, cheers to you. Obviously, come back to me and watch the nightcap. We have fun. Bye. Cheers.